My beloved child, stop right now. Do not move, do not scroll, do not dismiss what I am about to tell you, because in this very moment I am pulling back a curtain that has been blocking your view. I am exposing something that has been hidden in shadows, and what you are about to hear will explain everything you have been feeling but could not put into words. Can you feel that heaviness in your chest, that strange knowing that something is not right, that is not paranoia? That is my spirit speaking to you. That is discernment. That is me trying to get your attention before the enemy's plan reaches its final stage. Because right now, as you read these words, there is a scheme unfolding around you. And I need you to see it clearly so that you can walk in wisdom and not in fear. Listen to me carefully. Someone close to you is not who they appear to be. Behind the smiles and the kind words and the sudden interest in your life, there is a strategy being executed. They are studying you. They are watching your patterns. They are collecting your words. Not because they love you, not because they support you, but because they are building a case against you. They are preparing to use everything they know about you to remove you from a place I put you in. I know this is hard to hear. I know it feels like betrayal cuts deeper than any other wound. But I would rather you know the truth now while there is still time to respond with wisdom than find out later when the damage has been done. I am not telling you this to make you afraid. I am telling you this to make you aware. There is a difference between fear and discernment. Fear paralyzes. Discernment protects. This person has been in rooms speaking your name. They have been twisting your truth. They have been painting you as a problem that needs to be solved. And they are doing it in such a way that makes them look like they are concerned for you, like they are trying to help, like they only want what is best. But I see their heart. I know their motives, and I am telling you right now that their concern is a mask for their envy. You need to understand something about the enemy's tactics. He always attacks through people you trust. He always uses familiar voices. He always disguises destruction as concern, because if he came at you with obvious opposition, you would see it coming and you would be prepared. But when he uses someone you have let into your inner circle, someone you have trusted with your story, someone you have been vulnerable with, the blow hits harder. The wound goes deeper, and the confusion is greater. But here is what the enemy did not account for. Me. He did not account for the fact that I see everything. He did not account for the fact that no weapon formed against you will prosper. He did not account for the fact that I have already prepared your defense before the accusation was even made. What they meant for evil, I am turning for your good. What they designed to destroy you is going to be the very thing that elevates you. Stay with me because what I am about to tell you next is critical. The same person who is plotting your removal is about to be exposed. Not by you. You are not going to have to defend yourself or explain yourself or prove yourself. I am going to do it. There is someone watching this entire situation. Someone with authority, someone with influence, someone who has been quietly observing the manipulation, and they are starting to see through the facade. The lies that have been told about you are beginning to unravel. The inconsistencies in the story are becoming obvious. The agenda that was once hidden is starting to show itself. And soon, very soon, the truth is going to come out in a way that vindicates you completely. The ones who whispered against you in private are going to be exposed in public. The trap they set for you is going to close on them, and you are going to walk through this season with your dignity intact and your head held high. Can you feel that shift in the atmosphere? That is not your imagination, that is the spiritual realm responding to what I am doing on your behalf right now. In this very moment, I am moving pieces into position. I am orchestrating conversations. I am revealing truth to the right people at the right time. I am fighting for you while you remain still. You do not need to defend yourself. You do not need to retaliate. You do not need to expose them. I will do all of that. Your job is to stay in peace. Your job is to trust me. Your job is to let your silence speak louder than any defense you could construct. Now I want to address the emotions you are feeling right now as you read this. Some of you are angry. You are thinking about all the times you trusted this person, all the secrets you shared, all the vulnerability you showed, and you feel betrayed. You feel foolish for not seeing it sooner. You feel hurt that someone you cared about could do this to you. Those feelings are valid. I see them. I understand them, but I need you to release them to me. If you are feeling this word resonate in your spirit right now, if something inside you is saying yes, this is real, this is happening to me, I want you to leave a comment and type the word protected. Not for me because I already know what you are going through, but for you because when you declare it, when you speak it out, you activate my protection over your life. You align yourself with my justice. You open the door for me to move on your behalf in ways you cannot even imagine. Listen to what I am telling you. This betrayal is not your downfall. This is your setup for something greater. Every time the enemy comes at one of my children, he overplays his hand. He reveals himself too early. He pushes too hard. And in doing so, he creates the very conditions for their breakthrough. Joseph's brothers threw him in a pit, but that pit was the pathway to the palace. David was betrayed by those closest to him, but that betrayal prepared him to be king. Job lost everything through satanic attack, but I restored double what he lost. You are in that season right now. What looks like loss is actually positioning. What feels like rejection is actually redirection. What seems like the end is actually the beginning of something so much better than what you had before. I am not just going to vindicate you. I am going to elevate you. I am not just going to clear your name. I am going to establish your reputation in places where these people do not even have access. I am not just going to restore what was taken. I am going to give you double for your trouble, but I need you to understand the why behind this season. This did not happen by accident. This is not random. I allowed this situation to develop because there were some things I needed to burn out of you. I needed you to stop looking to people for validation. I needed you to stop seeking approval from those who were never qualified to give it. I needed you to learn to find your security in me alone. Because where I am taking you next, you cannot carry the need for human approval. It will destroy you. The betrayal you are experiencing is painful, but it is also purposeful. It is separating you from connections that were holding you back. It is exposing relationships that were draining you. It is revealing who is really for you and who was just using you. And once this process is complete, once the separation is final, you are going to look back and thank me for this season. You are going to realize that what you thought was loss was actually gain. Now let me tell you what is about to happen in the coming days. You are going to start noticing small cracks in their story. A message sent too early. A conversation that ends abruptly when you enter the room. An email left open on someone's screen. These are not coincidences. These are breadcrumbs of truth that I am dropping to confirm what I have already told you in your spirit. Pay attention to these signs. They are my way of showing you that I am working behind the scenes on your behalf. There is also someone who knows everything. Someone who has been sitting silently in the middle of this situation. They have heard the whispers. They have seen the manipulation, and their conscience is catching fire. They cannot sleep. They cannot shake the guilt, and soon they are going to crack, they are going to slip up. They are going to say something they should not say or send something they should not send, and when they do, the whole house of cards is going to collapse. I am also stirring the heart of someone in authority, someone who has real power to change the situation. They are starting to see the inconsistencies. They are starting to question the narrative, and very soon they are going to ask the right questions. They are going to demand the truth, and when they do, your vindication will be swift and complete. The ones who accused you will be speechless. The ones who plotted against you will be exposed, and you will walk through that door they tried to shut in your face with more authority than you had before. But here is what I need you to do in the meantime. Do not retaliate, do not engage, do not try to defend yourself to people who have already made up their minds about you. Your silence is your strategy, your peace is your power, your restraint is your weapon. While they are scrambling to build their case, you are resting in my defense. While they are spreading lies, you are living in truth. While they are plotting in darkness, you are walking in light. There is something holy about your restraint, something powerful about your refusal to engage in their drama, something anointed about your ability to stay calm in the chaos they are creating, and that composure is going to speak louder than any defense you could mount. It is going to make people question the story they have been told. It is going to create doubt in the minds of those who were ready to believe the worst about you, because people who are guilty always panic. But people who are innocent rest in the knowledge that truth always surfaces. I also want you to pray for them. Yes, I said pray for them. Not because they deserve it, but because you deserve the freedom that comes from releasing bitterness. Bless those who persecute you, pray for those who use you, do good to those who hate you. This is not weakness. This is warfare. Because when you respond to evil with good, when you bless your enemies, when you pray for your betrayers, you are operating in a realm they cannot access. You are fighting on a level they cannot reach, and you are releasing my power to work in ways that your anger never could. If this message is hitting you in places you did not even know needed healing, if these words are reaching into the deepest wounds of betrayal and bringing light into the darkness, I want you to hit that like button right now, not as a casual gesture, as a declaration, as your agreement with what I am doing in your life, as your act of faith that says I trust God to fight for me, I trust God to vindicate me, I trust God to turn this around for my good. Now let me paint a picture of what your future looks like after this season is over. The people who tried to cast you out are going to watch you rise. The doors they tried to shut are going to open wider than they were before. The position they tried to take from you is going to be elevated beyond what it was. And you are going to walk into that space with a grace and an authority that was forged in this very fire. You are not going to be bitter. You are not going to be vengeful. You are not going to be consumed with proving yourself. You are going to be free, free from the need for their approval, free from the fear of their rejection, free from the burden of trying to make people see who you really are. Because by the time this is over, everyone who needs to see the truth will see it clearly. There is a shift happening right now in the spiritual realm. The warfare that has been raging around you is about to end, not because the enemy is giving up, but because I am stepping in. I am drawing a line in the sand and saying enough. I am releasing angels on your behalf. I am activating divine favor in your life. I am opening doors that no one can shut, and I am closing doors that no one can open. The season of defense is over. The season of offense is beginning. You are no longer going to be reacting to what others do to you. You are going to be proactively walking into what I have prepared for you. You are no longer going to be explaining yourself to people who are determined to misunderstand you. You are going to be living a life so full of purpose and peace that their opinions become irrelevant. I am also bringing new people into your life. People who see you clearly, people who celebrate you genuinely, people who walk in truth and operate in integrity. These are divine connections. These are relationships I have been preparing while you were in the wilderness of betrayal, and when they arrive, you are going to recognize them immediately because they will not feel like the connections you had before, they will feel like home. They will feel like heaven. They will feel like confirmation that the worst is behind you and the best is ahead. You need to understand something about divine timing. What looks like delay to you is actually precision to me. I have not been late. I have been strategic. I could have exposed the betrayal sooner. I could have vindicated you earlier, but if I had done it prematurely, you would not have been ready for what comes next. You needed to go through this refining process, you needed to learn these lessons, you needed to develop this level of spiritual maturity because where I am taking you, who you were before would not have survived, but who you are becoming will thrive. The pain you have experienced is not wasted, the tears you have cried are not forgotten. The prayers you have prayed in the middle of the night when you felt alone and betrayed, I heard every single one, and I am answering them now, not with words, with action, not with promises, with manifestation. Not with hope, with reality. Can you feel that warmth spreading through your chest right now? Some of you are feeling heat in your hands, others are feeling a tingling sensation in your body. That is not a medical condition, that is my spirit confirming what I am speaking to you. That is the anointing breaking chains, that is my presence bringing peace to places that have been tormented. Receive it, let it wash over you, let it heal the wounds that betrayal left behind. Now I want to address something that some of you are thinking. You are wondering if you missed my warning, you are questioning whether you should have seen this coming. You are blaming yourself for trusting the wrong person. Stop. Do not go down that road. You did not miss anything. You were not naive. You were not foolish. You were faithful. You were trusting. You were loving. And those are not weaknesses. Those are strengths. The problem was never with you. The problem was with them. You loved with pure motives, they operated with hidden agendas. You trusted in good faith. They manipulated in bad faith. You gave from a place of authenticity. They received from a place of strategy. Do not let their betrayal change your heart. Do not let their deception make you cynical. Do not let their manipulation make you hard. What I am doing in this season is not just about exposing them, it is about protecting you. I am teaching you discernment without making you paranoid. I am giving you wisdom without making you cynical. I am showing you how to love with boundaries. How to trust with wisdom. How to be vulnerable with the right people while being guarded with those who have not earned it. This is a graduation moment for you. You are moving from innocence to maturity, from naivety to discernment, from trusting everyone to trusting wisely, and this growth is going to serve you for the rest of your life. You are never going to be taken advantage of like this again, not because you are going to become hard and closed off, but because you are going to become spiritually sensitive and discerning. Let me tell you what else is about to happen. The very things they tried to use against you are going to become your testimony. The words they twisted are going to be the words that heal others. The story they distorted is going to be the story that sets people free. The situation they manipulated is going to become the message that changes lives. What the enemy meant to silence you with, I am going to use to amplify your voice. You are going to stand before rooms full of people and tell this story, and when you do, chains are going to break. Lies are going to be exposed, hope is going to rise. Because your story is not just about betrayal, your story is about redemption. It is not just about being plotted against. It is about being protected by heaven. It is not just about people trying to remove you. It is about me positioning you exactly where you need to be. There is also something happening right now to the ones who betrayed you. Their peace is leaving, their sleep is disturbed, their conscience is active. What they thought would bring them relief is bringing them torment. What they thought would elevate them is exposing them. What they thought would remove you from their way is actually removing them from mine, and that is a dangerous place to be. I want to be clear about something. I am not rejoicing in their downfall. I take no pleasure in the destruction of the wicked, but justice must be served, truth must prevail, and those who plot in darkness must be brought into the light, not for revenge but for restoration. Because sometimes the only way people change is when they face the consequences of their actions. Sometimes the only way they see their sin is when it is exposed. Sometimes the only way they repent is when they are confronted with undeniable truth. So I am exposing them not to destroy them but to save them. I am revealing their schemes not to humiliate them but to free them. I am bringing their darkness into the light not to punish them but to give them an opportunity to change. And if they receive the correction, if they humble themselves, if they repent, then this situation will have served its purpose for both of you. You will have learned discernment, they will have learned integrity, and both of you will walk away transformed. But if they do not repent, if they continue in their deception, if they refuse to acknowledge what they have done, then the consequences will escalate, the exposure will increase, the weight of their sin will become unbearable, not because I am mean, but because I am just, not because I am vindictive, but because I am righteous, and I cannot allow evil to prosper without consequence. Now let me speak to your next steps. First, guard your heart. Not by building walls but by establishing boundaries. Not everyone deserves access to your inner world. Not everyone has earned the right to know your story. Be selective about who you trust. Be wise about who you let in, and do not feel guilty about protecting your peace. Second, stay in position. Do not run, do not quit. Do not abandon the post I assigned you to. The enemy wants you to leave, that is his whole strategy, but I am telling you to stay, not in bitterness, not in fear, but in faith. Stay in peace, stay in confidence, stay in the knowledge that I am fighting for you. Third, keep your mouth closed. I know you want to defend yourself, I know you want to tell your side of the story. I know you want to expose what they have done, but resist that urge. Let me do the talking. Let me do the defending. Let me do the exposing. Your silence is more powerful than your words right now. Trust me on this. Fourth, continue to walk in integrity. Do not let their manipulation make you manipulative. Do not let their lies make you a liar. Do not let their schemes make you scheming. Take the high road, walk in truth, operate in love. Let your character speak for itself, because when the dust settles, people are going to see who you really are, and that revelation is going to be more powerful than any defense you could construct. Fifth, prepare for promotion. This is not the time to shrink back. This is the time to get ready. While they are plotting your removal, I am planning your elevation. While they are trying to diminish you, I am about to enlarge you. While they are working to close doors, I am about to open gates. So do not focus on what you are losing. Focus on what you are gaining. Do not obsess over who is leaving. Get excited about who is coming. Do not mourn the chapter that is ending. Celebrate the chapter that is beginning. Within the next few weeks, you are going to see signs of my vindication. A conversation that shifts the narrative, an email that reveals the truth, a meeting where the lies unravel, a person who finally speaks up, a leader who finally sees clearly. These are not going to be subtle signs, these are going to be undeniable confirmations that I am working on your behalf. And when these signs appear, I want you to receive them with gratitude but not with arrogance, with peace but not with pride, with confidence but not with cockiness. Because the goal is not just to prove you were right. The goal is to demonstrate that I am faithful. The goal is not just to expose them, the goal is to elevate you. The goal is not just to win this battle, the goal is to prepare you for the war ahead. Now, as we come to the end of this message, I want to pray over you. I want to release my protection over your life in a way that is so tangible you can feel it. So quiet your heart, still your mind, open your spirit, and receive what I am about to speak over you. My beloved child, I am placing a hedge of protection around you that no weapon can penetrate. I am assigning angels to guard you in all your ways. I am covering you with my righteousness so that no accusation can stick. I am establishing your reputation in the heavens so that what people say about you on earth becomes irrelevant. I am vindicating you publicly so that everyone who needs to know the truth will know it. I am elevating you visibly so that everyone who tried to remove you will have to watch you rise. I break every curse that was spoken over you. I cancel every plot that was devised against you. I expose every scheme that was hidden from you. I release every person who was assigned to watch you. I remove every trap that was set for you. I turn back every arrow that was aimed at you, and I declare that from this day forward, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Every tongue that rises against you in judgment I condemn. This is your heritage as my servant, and your vindication is from me. I release peace that surpasses understanding, joy that cannot be stolen, strength that does not fade, wisdom that sees clearly, discernment that protects effectively, and authority that commands respect. You are not a victim, you are a victor. You are not defeated, you are delivered. You are not broken, you are blessed. Walk in that truth, live in that reality. Operate in that authority. Your breakthrough is not coming, it is already here. Your vindication is not on the way, it has already begun. Your elevation is not future, it is present. Right now, in this moment, everything is shifting in your favor. Stand firm, stand strong, stand in faith. Your best days are not behind you, they are ahead of you, and they start now.